All right. Hello. Welcome back to the PB podcast. I'm a moron. Okay. Let's set that straight. I just re-recorded the video that I had already wasted so much time with because I had made some like very dumb mistakes. With like my microphone and I had the first one because my microphone just set up the wrong way. But I had to unplug it and plug it back in or something like that, and then changed which microphone it was reading from. And then the one that I just recorded, I didn't change the scene properly. So it was just recording my thanks for watching screen for the entire time. So, yeah. I'm super happy right now. And now I'm gonna have to blitz through this whole thing and I'm too tired to do any to make too much not much of a deal of it. Alright. Come on. Okay. Alright. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna continue off again. I'm gonna have to go over this yet again. Alright. Coming off from the last session, the last discussion, then. Topic. I need a bunch of rods. I ran out while I was traversing, or almost ran out. Oh. Look at that. Pretty much all my rods have been consumed there. Go figure. We got Fuzzy Burke the spider, and then we went on a alternate path to around a particular forge that would have been much faster, but much more dangerous. On the way, we came across a cart and a dead driver. That driver had a book and a map to a city that was supposedly called Last Hope or something like that. Now, the collector had a vague idea of what this city was, but they hadn't any decent knowledge on it. And so we decided that because it was basically on our way there, we should at least try to stop by this city, as it was of interest to the party, basically. We did some really well on a few navigation checks to find the city, as the map wasn't particularly that good. And good enough, so well did we do that we actually had the DM actually gave us a a free 20 on any roll that anyone in the party could use because of how well we did for the navigation check, which we only very recently used. As a matter of fact. Oh. Coming into this city of the dead, city of last hope, turns out it's basically a city of the dead, as its residents are largely undead adjacent, you might say. Their appearance is much like the Collector. Don't want to be standing right next to these too long. Direction looking. I was just over there. I want to go this way. If I'm looking for any more Mercy Spheres. The guards of the city, with their appearance much like the Collectors, they made it clear that if we wanted to leave the city, any secrets that we acquire from the city while in the city, unless we get explicit permission from the Council of the Dead, they would be stripped from our mind before we depart. Something which that they were very quite serious about. And, seeing the residents from the city, it was very clear almost immediately that pretty much everyone is in this city is, well, looks undead. The reason being that they are largely, they might not necessarily be undead, but the city in some means is keeping people alive. Down here. It is about to go in a whole rant here. The city's architecture consists of these
If I had a body, it would be a temple.
7 pillars.
I don't think we're on the same line here.
You see lines where there are curves, shallows where there are depths, consume our blood.
I will continue gathering data, I suppose.
No Mercy spheres anywhere near here. There might be one deeper in this cave. I say might. Because it's not a guarantee. Oh wait, no. There is not. Definitely not. I need to get out of here before the lag spike hits. So these 7 pillars trap souls as people die in the outer world and confine them to the city. Meaning that the residents are largely ghosts and undead. Possessing corpses, shedding them over time for fresher ones. And those who were living are doing the same. Which, all things considered, is kind of morbid if you think about it. Actually, the entire city is quite morbid. The DM did make a point of addressing with everyone that, hey, this city might have some.
When will you let them?
Ah!
Harmonize with us.
Gosh darn it, something just popped up on my screen and in the way. Freaking
Consume.
you. Gosh darn it. Freaking. This thing crap is not very helpful. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go all the way back over there now. Now, the main currency of this city is actually soul coins. These, soul coins and soul nickels. As its residents, over time, are slowly, or at least the most unruly of their residents. Those who begin to commit various crimes and such. Go. Come here, lizard doggo. Hey, come here. And over that. And there you go. Just come over here. then soul nickels are like soul coins, but split into 10 pieces in order to have a lower denomination of coin, which is arguably more terrifying than the soul coins themselves. Aha. How have you managed this? You really cannot shove these things. Oh, hello. Yeah, very good of you all. Well, somehow that lizard doggo has managed to set themselves on that wall. I suppose I could, I can't. I can do this. Temporarily. Get it to walk over to here. There we go. And in order to avoid that again, we're gonna make this wall a little bit taller, just a tad. There, they get shade in the night. And now let's go over this way. Of course, the party didn't have any soul coins, so we had to figure out a way to get some soul coins. After looking over some job postings, we found one that, well, we were contacted by someone who told us of a indirect, like, an unofficial posting, or at least one that's not on the job board, because it needed a little bit of a more direct hand, and the individual who was hiring wanted to vet who they were letting do this contract a little bit finer. And for a cut of the soul coins that we would get for completing this job for this wealthy individual, this person would bring us to this wealthy individual. As this job was paying basically more than all of the jobs on the job board combined. So of course we were interested. Turns out this job was a murder investigation, as this rich fellow who specializes in whose whole business is body augmentations. Which is particularly popular in this city. Hey, Surface Sam. Great. Get me out of this hole. Yeah, try to charge at me while I'm shooting you in the face, huh? Another mesosphere somewhere around here. There it is.
You no longer perform in your Maker Temple?
Helping meant leaving
I
it.
to do her.
Our blood will eat, build, teach.
I have no use for blood.
You do. Consume.
Interesting.
Let me see if I can. Delete these all from a distance. But before we could get paid, before we were paid, of course, because, well, we didn't have money, we had to find somewhere that, would accept alternate payment. And we were fortunate enough to find somewhere that, would accept blood as a payment, or depending on who you ask. Fortunate. Some people might not consider needing to pay in blood a particularly fortunate circumstance. I have plastic. Oh, that's photo mode. Lovely. There's a mesosphere in this direction. I do need more of those. We had to sell blood in order to cover costs until then. But every sale of blood meant a level of exhaustion. So it was not a very sustainable way for us to continue paying for things. Well, I guess it is technically, by definition, quite sustainable. Is it was practically guaranteed to. We could always have more blood, but I mean, there was only like the one guy who was willing to buy it from us. And he wasn't giving us soul coins for it, he was basically just giving us room and board. Hi. My stuff is truer. Yeah. Wait. That Mercer Sphere thing still is there. Oh, there's one in like this direction or something. This looks... explodable. Yeah, stay away from me, you. I think Mercer's Sphere is probably up here. Yeah, so this, rich individual, wanted us to investigate a murder of a bunch of their servants, which we determined was actually done by their, flesh golem. However, the flesh golem had actually done it out of self-defense because the, servants had attacked it. We found out the servants attacked it because we found these rings on these servants. And Satari learned the hard way that these rings were cursed. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to put those two recordings together. Because I ran out of memory and now I have to reformat those. Lovely. Fun. I love that. Alright. Where was I with that then? Yeah, they had turned out to be being controlled by these cursed rings that Satari learned were cursed the hard way. We had a fight with the corpses of these servants that had then combined into this like flesh monster thing. And Satari. As the ring was also compelling Satari to fight us. And after we managed to incapacitate Satari, or at least get their this thing that was controlling them out of controlling him, we were told that this individual known as the Inker might know more about these rings. And so we went to this Inker, who was a trader of secrets, and in exchange for secret information pertaining to our journeys, they told us more about the creators of these rings, these cursed rings, or who would have been responsible for these rings. I think the one being responsible being some lord in the city. Come on. I do not have nearly enough health to be taking hits from every one of these. Come on. There we go. The collector also obtained from this Inker more information on how this city was creating these soul coins.
Witness the deep and sing for us.
I am still unable to initiate communication. How are you doing it?
We composed a resonant song to curb the effigy, tapping into the inner currents. We sacrificed our blood and our temples and let the metal in from the void to eat our flesh.
That's a lot to unpack. How do you tap into these inner currents?
Consume our blood, worship at our altars, curb the melody.
I do not understand.
Flood frequencies paint straight lines. The blood is a teacher. Each altar is a window.
Processing data.
Great. Well, I think that's a good place to start. We now know who we now knew who to investigate. And yeah, that'll be the end of part 7, I think. This is or part 11 of the PB podcast. I hope you liked the video or enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any suggestions and how I might improve it. If you like the video, I'd appreciate it. If you like the video, leave a like, and if you want, subscribe. With that, thank you and goodbye.